Hey guys, hopefully you are doing well. So this is our second video on the Python built-in function, right? So today we gonna walk more into the Python inbuilt function, right? So we're gonna explore more inbuilt function. So basically, it's very important to utilize the inbuilt function, especially when it's come to data analysis job. It's really help you to save your time. You're not gonna write all the algorithm, build them from scratch. So basically, you're gonna utilize this all the function, right, to perform your pre-processing, right? So basically now we're gonna start using the inbuilt function. So hopefully remember last time I taught you about how to use main, max, sum, right? How to use len, range. So now we're gonna do more, right? We're gonna do more those kind of stuff, and those are really cool stuff, right? So let's start with another one, right? Let's start with all. And okay, so basically how to use this all, right? So basically I'm going to declare a number over here, right? Number equal to let's say 1 2 3 4 5, right? So I'm going to run this. So I'm going to open in a new block, right? So I'm going to zoom this a bit, and let's say something like, let's build some algorithm, right? So let's say result, right? So result equal to something like, we can use a for loop, right? And all, right? Let's say all, right? Inside the all we can say if x is greater than 0, right? If x is greater than 0, basically we're using a for loop. If x is greater than 0, for x in number, right? So we are saying if our x value, which basically is our iterator, is greater than 0 for x, for x, that's which is basically indexing inside those number, right? Which is iterating inside those number, inside number, which is our list, right? So we're gonna print this. So let's say result. So it's gonna give us only boolean answer, right? If it's greater than 0, okay? So that's true, okay? That's when it is, right? So if I say something like greater than 2, right? Now you can see over here that's false, right? So basically x is not greater than 2, right? So you can see over here that's give us false, right? So you must be wondering like, why is give us a false, right? So logically, if you see over here, so x is also below than 2, that is 1, pardon me, where x is also greater than 2, that is 5, right? If I make some reverse logic, right? If I say like, if x is less than 6, right? So basically it should give us true, right? You can see over here that's true. Then similarly, if I say like, okay, x is basically -1, right? So I'm like, if x is greater than -1, that's give us a false, right? So if I put this operator in the other way around, right? If I say like x is greater than -1, that give us a true. So basically this is how you can use the all, right? Right, so before we move on, let's do one more example, okay? So condition, so basically we're checking the condition. So I just want to put true, and one more true, right? And I want to say all, then I will put condition over here, okay? So now you can see it's saying true over here, right? So basically if I put false over here, let's say false, now you can see over here it's showing false, right? So basically what's happened over here, certainly we can also define it into a simple term that basically all Python function, which basically the function name, built-in function name is all, right? So we can say all Python function is used to check if all element is an iterable object satisfied a certain condition, right? It says if return true, if the answer is true, right? If all element in the iterable are considered true. So that's when the all the element inside our in list, which is basically stored in the variable, right, conditions, is true, right? So if element in the iterable are considered to be true, or if the iterable is empty and is returned right, true, right? Or either otherwise it will return false, okay? So you can see over here all them are true, and we put condition over here. We use the all Python built-in function, and we put the condition inside there, so then it's print true. But there was a false over here, because of that it prints false over here, right? So basically it's work in a simple logic. Let's say like you have a group, right? Let's say you basically have a group of people, and you want to check if all of them meet a specific requirement, like maybe say age, right? Age is our specific requirement, right? So we use all Python function to use to quickly evaluate whether any person in the group meet the requirement or not. Like let's say like if they are above 20, or if we can say like if they're above 18, right? Or something like that, right? Or it is below 18. So that kind of condition we can make using the all function, right? So guys, you know, the purpose of making this video is not only just to show you how the Python built-in function work, but we also try we're also gonna try some algorithm, right? Building some cool algorithm. Let's say people. So we're gonna build a data first, right? So let's say people, and I'll get it back over here, right? So I'll make a dictionary, right? I will say name, right? And after name, I will define the something like Alice, right? Alice. Then I will also define age. So we can say age like 25. Then another we can say same name, right? Then should be Bob. Okay, and let's say age. We can say 30. Well, similarly, one more last. Let's say Charlie. Then age, let's say 27. So now we have a data over here. So basically if we call a people, there we go. So we have created a data. So basically now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say all requirement, right? Or we can say like just the requirement. So requirement that equal to all. So now we're gonna use all. If I say something like all, and we can say over here person, let's say like a person, right? So person age, and age need to be greater than equal to. So basically we are using a for loop, okay? Whereas we can say like x, right? So basically of x we are using person. So person we are indexing inside our people, right? So basically this is our data set, right? We are indexing our data set. You can see over here, right? You can see over here, you can say type, you can say people, then you can see it's a list, right? So because of that we are indexing inside the list, and basically we are targeting the key inside the dictionary of the list, that is basically our age. So you can see over here, if I say people, right, and in people then I will say 0, right? That's give me a name, and the name Alex, and age 25. If I say something like age, so you can see over here I have indexed twice, right? So basically I know it's quite complicated for you guys, especially when you are quite new about this kind of data set, right? So basically I will also gonna make a video how to make a data set, right? So how to make a data on the basically when you are using a list, when you are using a dictionary, when you are using tuples, and how you're gonna use a dictionary inside list. So this is the dictionary inside our list, right? So I'm gonna teach this in the future, don't worry about that. We also go through, when we'll go through the text manipulations, and when we'll go through more about the pandas data frame, then I'm gonna teach you how to do this, right? How to make this data set, right? So basically right now I just want you guys to focus on this simple rule, which basically how to use this all, what is the meaning of this, especially this all Python built-in function, and how to use it. Not to too much focus into like this complicated structure at the moment. Once I will build this, once I will teach you how to build this complicated structure on future, once you understand this all usage of this Python inbuilt function, just follow the step, just have a trust into the process, right? Then hopefully we will have more fun on this, right? So let's say requirement equal to all. We have used the Python inbuilt function on the top all. Then we have open and close parentheses. Then we said person. Person is basically our data set, right? Then we have used the indexing over here. Then we are indexing basically inside the age, which is greater than equal to, that is our operator, right? 18. We are saying 18, right? For person, right? So basically person stand for X, and this is also X because it is a for loop. Let's say X, right? This is whole X, right? For X, right? Now say in basically people. So there we go. We're gonna run this. So now we're gonna make what you call that, if and else statement, right? So conditional statement. We say if requirement, right? If requirement semicolon, then say print all people meet requirement. Okay. Or we can say else print not all people meet this requirement. Okay, so I'm gonna run this. So what you guys think, what will happen? So basically, according to my my experience, it says all people meet the requirement, right? So now you can say it says all people meet the requirement. Why? Because it is above the 18. You can see over here, those all are above 18, right? Basically, if I say something like 26, so now basically it will print not all people meet this requirement. See, not all people meet this requirement. So while working with the all Python built-in function, try to make it remember that it is best to use to check, right, all the condition are true, right? So it's beautiful to use when just to check if the all condition are true. If certain condition are false, then you will be like confused, like which condition are false if there's a big data set, right? So that's how you can use this. So according to my point of view, so you can do your own experiment, you can check by yourself, right? So there's a plenty of way to implement this, right? So guys, let's move on. Before ending this video, I really want to make few more Python Python built-in function, right? Okay, so let's see what's next. So I'm gonna use a similar one, right? Similar case. So there's a one more something like that. It says any. So we have all, now is any. So now you can see over here is it's quite similar to that, right? So so let's make something like a number, and let's say number can be like 1 1 1 1 1. Let's make some binary. Okay, let's play with binary digit, right? So 1 1, sorry, 1 1 1, right? So just 1 0, okay? And yeah, it's look cool, isn't it? That's look cool. So if I say result, so any, and now I have to interpret how to use this, right? So let's say number. So because I'm going to use a for loop inside any. So if I say something logically, right, any number, right, any number is not equal to 1, right? Sorry, not 0, equal to 1. Okay, if any number is not equal to 1 for is basically inside number, right? So iterating inside the number in number, right? So now you can say if and else statement. So if result semicolon, then we can say print at least one number is not 1, right? Else we can print all number are 1. Okay, so what you think, guys? What will happen now? So basically result says if any number is not equal to 1 for num is in number, right? So we are saying like there must be a number which is not equal to 1. So it should be like at least one number is not 1. So that should be my answer, okay? So now it says at least one number is not 1, basically because of the 0. So hopefully you guys enjoy watching this video, right? So today you learn about the two Python inbuilt function, that is the all and any. So now you can use those into your data manipulations while you working into your data analysis job, right? So basically I'm gonna make more videos on Python inbuilt function, right? Till then, hopefully you guys keep practicing, right? Keep grinding the algorithm, right? Right guys, so I'll see you next video, right? So peace, right? See you later.